Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 1 in a series between Fly and Infi here on Crystal Kingdom. On the bottom right hand side of the map we have Infi spawning as the red human player. Meanwhile on the top left we have Fly spawning as the blue orc. I'm sure both of you guys, or excuse me, all of you guys, both, that'd be really bad. All of you guys who are watching right now pretty much knew this would be a human versus orc matchup the moment I said Infi versus Fly, and I am really looking forward to game number 1 in this series. Now, Crystal Kingdom, one of those maps that really isn't played on very often as of late, but has become a lot more popular as of late. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but if you try to look for Crystal Kingdom matchups on my channel, you probably won't see that many of them until a little bit later. Now, a couple of things to note that I do want to say. This was taken from War 3 Arena. It is a new place where you guys can go ahead, play WarCraft 3, where there's a lot less lag. Apparently, the servers are really good. And the ping is just phenomenal from what I hear. I have yet to make the transition over since, well, I'm not a professional Warcraft 3 player. I just used to play a long time ago and still love the game so much that I decided to continue casting it once I found out there was not a lot of Warcraft 3 casters. Well, a lot of Warcraft 3 casters has come and gone, and I do appreciate you guys sticking with me as I come back from StarCraft 2 casting to Warcraft 3. Footman now on the move out, and it will be doing a little bit of scouting here. What is he going to be able to spot and find? And it is most likely a Blade Master versus an Archmage. I would have been surprised if it was pretty much anything else, considering the map, meaning that you can creep out these creep camps relatively quickly. Militia already making their way off to the north here. There you see one militia now running off to the north right over here. Archmage going to be dropping off a water elemental, and now here comes the fighter and the healer. The healer is going to get surrounded since the healer does have that medium armor. Get taken out relatively quickly, and once it goes down, well, the rest of the units are just going to be fodder. Meanwhile, back off here to the north, Blade Master working alongside one grunt to go ahead and take down this troll trapper creep camp, only going for the circlet of nobility though, and now looking to find some other places to creep. Archmage, now sitting at level 1, does also have the sentry wards that were dropped from that previous creep camp, and that is going to help him out tremendously. By taking down those sentry wards, what that actually opens things up to do is, oh, there goes the Atome of Agility. You can make sure that your opponent does not try to steal any experience. Spiderlings will get taken down. There goes another. There goes the water elemental, and 3 footmen and 2 spiderlings are going to pretty much make for a very short conflict. Archmage, on the other hand, going after this Tuskar creep camp. The Sorcerer does drop a very good item, and yes, Boots of Speed have in fact been dropped. Boots of Speed, I believe, cost a fair pretty penny. Is it 120 or is it 250? I believe it's 250 gold. And on a Blade Master, he is going to be able to harass tremendously. Also was using a speed scroll right off over there. Not quite sure why he did that. Perhaps he's going to make his way down and take down this Sorcerer creep camp, hopefully getting those Claws of Attack +9. Alright, where is that Archmage? Archmage now militia creeping out this Ice Tusk Mammoth creep camp. That will get cleared out with little to no effort, as a Town Hall will be placed down. Meanwhile, there is that Blade Master. Is he going to be going after this Sorcerer? It looks like he will be doing exactly that. Going to go ahead and aggro the creeps, and beautifully done, attacking a separate unit to give it inner fire, as the Sorcerer really not inner firing himself. Ring of Protection +3, not the best of items there, but the Blade Master does have a fair bit of items. Ring of Protection +3, Circuit of Nobility, Boots of Speed, all rather strong if you know what you're doing, as this one grunt has to be extremely careful. Alright, grunt very low on hit points, now getting healed back up. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the Archmage's status on that base. That Town Hall is now coming into play. And we are already upgrading an arcane tower. It will be 2 bases to 1 archmage, already sitting at 3. And there is the blade master. What's going to be happening here as the blade master and the archmage gets trapped? Oh my goodness, this is a huge misstep there, being forced to use a scroll of town portal. And wow, what a huge misstep, as we now see there is an arcane tower here. All right, Grunt looks like it will get taken. No, Time Life takes down that water elemental there, as we now see a whole bunch of militia making its way over. All right, militia now attempting to fight back this blade master. Blade master sitting at level 2. You can see that there is one peasant just trying to run in between these buildings, and it looks like the peasant will get taken down. Footman now making its way over. The grunts now trying to escape as well, and you can see the blade master is just running back off to the north as the militia are backing off as well. All right, let's see. We are looking at an archmage. Where is that archmage? Archmage back off to the north, perhaps hoping to lay down some blizzard or some water elementals to try and disrupt any sort of building. If you can stop the spirit lodge and the bestiary, that is huge, and it may be exactly one of those things. Going straight after the spirit lodge first, you can see that the damage is already being added up rather fast, down to 300 hit points, and the water elemental may not be able to finish it off here, but it is going to deal substantial damage, as it is now down to 200 and some odd hit points. All right, water elemental against this one spirit lodge, but the spirit lodge is going to get constructed in time. The water elemental not going to be able to finish it off, as we are now also going into troll witch doctors. All right, troll witch doctors, give me one moment. All right, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get back into the game. Here we go. So the Spirit Lodge is now done. We are going into Troll Witch Doctors, which is something I was not expecting. And that is a little bit just something that you don't see very often, as the Archmage now is coming back around. All right, Archmage coming in with a whole bunch of footmen. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Blade Master is trying to creep out this Ice Tusk Mammoth creep camp. Will be able to do so pretty easily. The big issue now is the pressure going on inside the base. All right, Orc Burrow gonna get absolutely pummeled here by two level 2 water elementals, and now going after another Orc Burrow. That means that we are going to be upside down on supply here, and that means that is going to be a long significant delay in terms of any sort of units. The Orc Burrows do give experience as well, so that is a little bit of added bonus, as we now see a Hex go down on a footman. All right, this fight is not actually a good spot for Infi, though. Infi trying to fight and engage inside the base here. This is not going to be good for him, especially as the Blade Master is continuing to get so much damage here. All right, there goes the footman. Meanwhile, the water elementals continuing to get more damage. There is a quick ensnare now as the footmen are trying to engage. Where is the Archmage? Archmage is not really doing much of anything. Archmage just picks up some items and now perhaps trying to disrupt the expansion attempt. So far, this is actually working according to Infi's plan, but he may not have realized how much experience he gave his opponent. All right, there is a hexed footman right there. It looks like that footman will get taken down. Wait for it, wait for it. There it goes. So far, we are looking at 36/20 supply. Need to get double Orc Burrows up and running before any more units will be added. Water Elemental now trying to slip away, but it is going to get ensnared. Why a water elemental can get ensnared by a net, I'm not quite sure. Perhaps the bracers that hold its magical compound together. Anyways, let's take a look over here. Troll High Priest now just doing a little bit of healing there. Archmage, where is he wandering off to? Does have a Claws of Attack +6 and that Staff of Teleportation with a Wand of Illusion. Not sure what exactly is happening there. And oh, there is the ensnare onto that Archmage illusion that was quickly taken care of. Archmage now heading back over here to the what I will call the 9 o'clock location on the far side of the map. You can see that Fly has a good amount of units currently training up. He's also seeing a 36/40 supply. Water Elemental now trying to come in again to try and disrupt any sort of units being summoned. You can see that the peons are now currently trying to repair as another ensnare goes down. That is just an illusion. Why even bother? As we can see back down over here, Infi is now going into double Griffin Aviaries. That means that he's going to most likely be going for Griffins if we are going into Castle. Yes, we are. Dragonhawk Riders or Griffins, both of them would be extremely strong right now, as it feels like Fly may try and rely a bit too much on Watchtowers. Cloud is a very, very strong opening to try and counter those Watchtowers. Griffins also very, very useful as well, as a Troll Witch Doctor just misrallied and gonna end up dying to creeps. That was a complete miscalculation once more, as we see a quick Hex onto the Archmage. That Archmage now trying to back off here. The Water Elemental isn't going to be able to get off enough damage to perhaps to actually take down the Great Hall. There may be another Ensnare. The Water Elemental doing a good bit of damage here. It's already down to 400 some odd life and falling quickly no longer, as the Water Elemental was taken down by the Blade Master. Level 3 Blade Master, level 2 Shadow Hunter. Meanwhile, back over here, Mountain King and Archmage trying to make rounds. It looks as though there is a quick Stormbolt onto the Warrior. That Warrior going to try and get taken out first. We may be picking up a Goblin Shredder. Goblin Shredder, very, very useful, as it does deal a lot of damage. 34 to 61, and also can be repaired. It's also immune to any sort of biological spells, Stormbolt, Death Coil, things of that nature, as the Goblin Shredder now on its way to the bottom right-hand side of the map. Castle nearly done. Griffin Aviaries training up triple Dragonhawks all the way. What does it mean? It obviously means we're going mass Dragonhawks very shortly, 48 over 66, and we should be also getting Cloud. Now, with all of this research, with all of that air attack, and not that many Raiders on the field, I only count one Raider so far, or two Raiders so far. Those Raiders may not have enough Ensnare for both the heroes and those Dragonhawk Riders. That is the problem with that particular build. As we see now, the Arachnids are just doing a good amount of damage to the rest of these units. So far, the Grunts now trying to make their way over, taking a lot of damage. They're down to both of them sub 200 hit points, one even sub 100, as the Polar Furbolg Shaman still wandering around here. Healing Wave, healing up a little bit more of the units. Let's come back down over here. Are we getting in more Dragonhawk Riders? No, we are now going into Griffins. The Dragonhawks are already in the air, ready to go and take down what we see. All right, a second Bestiary already coming into play. This could be very bad news, as you can now see that the Orc Burrow is launching spears back at the units. Blade Master may go after that Archmage. Archmage may actually be in a little bit of trouble here. Has to be careful. May get ensnared. There's a Scroll of Town portal, and I believe Infi is just misses it. Orc Burrow was down to sub 100 hit points, but it does end up getting saved. Water Elemental attempting to take down this one farm here. We are sitting at 65 over 66. Once all of these Griffins are done, we need to see more and more Griffins being trained. 65 over 78, 65 over 72. Triple Griffins, triple Dragonhawk Riders, and we should be making a move back to the top left once more. With that stronger attack, what was that? It looked like it was a Staff of Preservation on the Mountain King. Yes, Mountain King now pretty much back up to full health. Will try and engage here. Blade Master nearby does spot all of these peasants, and the Blade Master should be able to finish off these units fairly easily, but the Blade Master now has to be very careful. Without an Orb of Lightning, that Blade Master is not going to finish off any of those air units. Let's see what's going to be happening next. Down over here, Paladin now attempting to chase down a Blade Master, but the Blade Master, more than smart enough to wind walk once again, does not want to get caught out of position. All right. Polar Furbolg Elder Shaman going to get taken out. Scroll of Restoration, not the item that you're looking for when you're going up or when you're attacking with a whole bunch of air units. Since they do not leave skeletons, they cannot be resurrected. Blade Master quickly getting Stormbolted, and the Blade Master now in a serious heap of trouble. Healing Wave comes in as the Archmage sitting at level 3 still, now getting up to level 4, isn't going to be able to do very much of anything. As you can see, the Paladin could be able to easily get off a couple more Holy Lights. There's another Holy Light there. Raider, it looks like he will get taken down. Raider very low on hit points. There is a Shackle on a Troll Bat Rider, and oh, there's the Ensnare. There is a counter Troll Bat Rider there, but the Blade Master does fall at level 3 in all of that chaos. 4 Griffin Riders, 3 Dragonhawk Riders, one of them was ensnared, but this is going to be too much now. Infi setting up his third base, And with that third base, his economic security is going to be even better in the upcoming portion of the game. He's going to be able to replenish his units much more quickly. He's also mining at least double his opponent, if not higher, once this town hall does get done. Peons still working their way on that Great Hall. It looks like that Great Hall will end up getting taken down as the Griffins going after all the units here. Are we going to perhaps see a Stormbolt to try and stop these units? And it looks like no Stormbolt is needed. The Griffins just take down Orc Burrow in a matter of seconds. And now the Blade Master still nowhere to be found. All right, Bat Riders come in and suicide. However, with level 3 armor upgrades, those Griffin Riders were not going to be falling at all. You saw 2 Griffin Riders or 2 Bat Riders trying to take down a Griffin, and that was the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.